published 10/27 EDT, 3 November 2017 updated 12/16 EDT, 3 November 2017 Sadio Mane could make a shock return to action for Liverpool at West Ham after he came through his first major training session showing Jurgen Klopp all the right signs. Mane suffered a grade 2 hamstring tear playing for Senegal against the Cape Verde Islands in October, and it was initially feared he would miss 2 months and 10 matches of Liverpool's campaign. But Mane has responded so well to treatment that Klopp was able to include him in Thursday's Melwood workout, and now the winger has given his manager reason to believe he could feature at some point at the London stadium. Liverpool forward Sadio Mane could make a shock return to the starting lineup at West Ham. Mane came through training with flying colours and may be available for selection on Saturday Klopp said the way Mane trained made him believe the forward was ready for 20-25 minutes. Klopp has no issue about Mane joining up with Senegal's squad for their games against South Africa this month that will determine whether they qualify for the World Cup, and believes the training sessions in Africa will actually be to Liverpool's advantage. Before he leaves for national service, though, Mane could make his first appearance in the Premier League since October 1 as Klopp, who continues to be without Felipe Coutinho, seeks to build on back-to-back wins against Huddersfield and Maribor. "Sadio looked really good," said Klopp. "We will see what we do with that. Yesterday it looked like he was ready for 20-25 minutes, but we have to wait to see how his body reacts to the session. Obviously he has not lost his ability and skills in the injury break, so that is good." It has been a stop-start season for Mane, with a 3-game suspension for a red card at Manchester City compounding this injury absence, but Klopp is not fretting about him being away from Melwood for the next 10 days to be with his country. It's been stop-start this season for Mane, who is suspended for a red card at Manchester City, but Klopp is not worried about Mane leaving for 10 days on international duty with Senegal. "Cannot sit here and ignore the situation of Senegal and say we don't care if they play in the World Cup," said Klopp. "It is not right and not nice. We tried to get in contact with the Senegal FA, or we are trying. Sadio is not injured anymore. Is he 100% fit? That is different. He is in a good way. He has to go there, and if they can get the point they need, maybe we can talk again and ask if it's necessary for him to play the second game and he can come back. That would be the ideal situation. We cannot decide it. FIFA doesn't give clubs the opportunity to decide when they play for their countries. There are clear rules, we respect them, and in this specific case, if he plays it is good for his rhythm. I have no problem with our players playing for the national team, it is only we need to know as much about the circumstances. Training is different, and that is something I would love to have more influence on in the future. If Sadio can play, I really think he should, because it is good to get some rhythm, otherwise he would not have played for how many weeks. It would be nice. An injury risk is always there, even in training. Nathaniel Clyne is no nearer a return after suffering a setback in a bid to overcome a back issue. Nathaniel Clyne, meanwhile, is no nearer a return to training after suffering a setback in his bid to overcome a back issue. Clyne's last game came in July in a pre-season friendly at Tranmere, and Klopp is unsure when he will return. "It's not that good," said Klopp, who insisted he was not flustered about the deadlock in contract talks with Emerson. He was in a good way and then had a little setback. That's how back problems are. The back is a weak part of the body and it can take a long time. It is not the best thing, especially not for him, but we are on it. We showed him to specialists all over the world, and it is not a big problem, it just needs time, that is all.